I'm Billy, and is Soy Luna 3 too good? Well, yes and no. So, let's get into it. Remember that Luna found out that she is Soul Benson? Well, things become much more complicated.
Sharon Benson ya no existe. Hoy empieza mi venganza.
Yeah, so Sharon disguises herself as like 3 different people, so I can't even keep track of them, whether she's Vanessa or Aunt Anna or whatever she calls herself next. It's very scary. At first, es muy raro because now Luna owns everything. And they eat where Sharon used to. And speaking of Sharon, did she escape to the shadows to never be seen again? Not exactly. She was in hiding for some time and then sends Maggie to be a maid there. And not only that, but Rey is once again her accomplice. I was wary to trust him, but when Sharon asked, "Are you with me or them?" then he decides that he is with Sharon and he's willing to do anything? And I'm like, Rey, you're wrong. Clearly he did it because of his love for her. Then again, ¿qué pasó con Maggie? But there's nothing going on with Maggie. Nothing you want to say. But you know what I'm talking about, Rey? You didn't dare get close to my daughter before, and now you have 2 prospects. It's not exactly like that. I'll take your picture. No. We'll take a picture that'll drive this woman crazy. Come on, smile. All right, nice. And now, you know what? Let's take one together. A selfie. Yes, a selfie. So you can send it to your prospect, and maybe she has a friend for me too. Okay, let's do this. But you get her ready. If we do it, let's do it right. There, a little higher. Here. There, press the button. But smile, come on. Let's see those teeth. Maggie went along with the plan for the money, but then she's like, it's not worth it. They're good people. And she was using them, Rey, for the plan. So she's like, Rey, you're being used. And he's like, no, it's not like that. And then he realizes it is. Then he ends up with Maggie, and they're doing community service together. Which it could have been a lot worse. You could have been in jail, you guys. But you are now juntos, and you don't have to worry about Sharon anymore, because she actually has changed. So yeah, Rey's infatuation with Sharon blinded him, and she was using him for her plan. Her plan was to blame the Valentes and Alfredo for the forgery, and to get what is rightfully hers. Since at this point, all she can get is money. Which, Alfredo put it nicely last season, that money can't get you what your heart lacks. Yeah, so towards the end, Maggie realized that it's not worth it anymore, It's not, they are good people, and what you're doing is not good because Sharon no está bien. And that's why she does all these things. She's obviously not okay. So thanks to Amber, everyone finds out that Rey is helping Sharon. He is her accomplice. And Maggie is too, which they found out earlier. But, yeah, but then she's like, she really regrets it, but Rey was still going along with it. So then he obviously stops because then the name of the game was to try to find Sharon, and, well, she ends up getting in the mansion and starting a fire, since she tried to break the box, but it didn't open, so then she decides to start a fire so that nobody can find out what's inside. What is inside that box? Well, everything Sharon did was muy mal, and this started a long time ago and built to the point where hatred is the strongest emotion she felt. So hence why all this stuff happened. When she found out that Sol is Luna, then she tried to cover the truth. Thanks to Rey, they do in fact find out the truth. Thank you, Rey, but then you ended up hurting them a bit. So once more, going along with her plan. But obviously there's a lot going on because Rey was in love with her, so it clouded his vision a bit. And Sharon was also blinded too. She didn't realize that the person who truly loves her is right in front of her, Amber.
¿Madrina?
Sí, soy yo, Ámbar.
¿Qué te hiciste?
Lo necesario para no ser descubierta. Ahora soy Victoria Sureda.
Victoria. ¿Quién es? ¿Qué es?
Tuve que cambiar mi identidad para que no me encuentren. Pero veo que vos también estás muy cambiada.
Sí, cambié, pero no tanto como vos. ¿Por qué no me contaste que contrataste a Rey para que sea tu espía en mi casa?
No era seguro hablarlo por teléfono.
Bueno, ahora estoy acá y quiero que me cuentes todo lo que está pasando. ¿Qué es ese plan que tienen con los cuadros? ¿Qué es?
Es mi plan para vengarme de los Valentes. El primer paso es falsificar 2 de los cuadros más valiosos de la mansión y quedarme con los originales.
Ok. ¿Y cómo vas a hacer eso?
Rey y Maggie están trabajando para mí.
¿Maggie? ¿Dijiste o yo escuché mal? ¿Alguien más? ¿Por qué siempre soy la última en enterarse de todo? ¿Qué te pasa? ¿No confías en mí?
Por supuesto que confío en vos, Ámbar. A ellos los tenía que probar. De tu lealtad nunca dudé. Pero no quería involucrarte para protegerte.
¿Protegerme? ¿Protegerme te parece irte lejos de mí y dejarme sola? No, te felicito. No, la verdad te felicito. Fue el mejor plan que hiciste en toda tu vida.
Este plan no va a fallar. Y cuando cumpla con mi venganza, vas a volver a vivir conmigo.
Es que eso es lo único que te importa. Tu venganza.
Ya lo hablamos, Ámbar. Si me querés ayudar, necesito que te quedes en la mansión.
Claro, ahora me necesitas. De repente. ¿Qué pasa? ¿La gente que contrataste trabaja muy mal?
La gente que contraté trabaja muy bien, pero los necesito a todos.
Bueno, déjame que te cuente una cosa para que te quede claro. Yo a vos no te necesito. Así que no cuentes conmigo porque no te pienso ayudar.
Hence why, well, she is now blinded. She was figuratively, and then when she opens her eyes, figuratively, she's now actually blinded because of the fire, because she wanted to open that box, and she was not leaving that box until it was destroyed. That's how obsessed she was. And what was in that box, you ask? Well, it was a tape of Luna when she was a baby, and Sharon was being affectionate towards her, and clearly you could see that's when it all started. They were bickering, and she was, obviously things got worse and worse. Then in the end, Sharon learns that the person who loves her, truly loves her, is right in front of her. It's Amber. And speaking of Amber, where is her mom exactly? Like her biological mom? Because she showed up to tell her the truth last season, and then she never showed up again, so I don't know. Anyway, now it is time to talk ships. First off, Uteo. There were some misunderstandings, but in the end, they get back together! And also I ship Simbar a lot more now because Amber has changed a lot. And also Amelia and Benicio actually changed towards the end, so. But Amber, clearly, it was obviously very hard for her to change. And she kisses Benicio and then make Bembar a thing, which it's not. She was just playing with him. And then Benicio disguises himself as Simone at the roller jam de Dia de los Muertos. Kisses her, and this all causes trouble for them, which is similar to Amelia kissing Mateo. Yeah, a lot of unexpected kisses. I don't ship Luna and Michelle because they're too similar, like Eric and Nina. So Michelle shows up to complicate things for Luteo, but like Nina and Eric, they're not meant to be. So Luteo por siempre and Gastina por siempre, and of course Simbar. So in the end, they finally get together, and I'm like, yes!
Buenas noches.
So Gaston showed up in the flesh, but then they break up. Yeah. You knew it was coming, right? Long distance relationships and... yeah. And then, ¿qué onda con Eric? Like, what? Like, what's going on there? I don't ship it because it feels wrong. So, towards the end of the season, there's flashbacks of Gastina, and I'm like... So that makes me think that Gastina will get together one day and they'll get married, like Luteo will too, so yes. Okay, so now Ramiro joins Los Red Sharks, and the roller team is not happy. Jam especially is not happy, because how could you betray us like that? I get why, but glad he rejoins, and also glad that What's-His-Face is not here anymore. Gary. Yeah, he said things will change y mucho. But he left after a consequence of not letting the roller kids during Los Red Sharks Festival, be there. So, because of that, they skated outside and people loved it. They're a great team, and so he leaves, and yeah, the finale, amazing. Now it is time to talk about La Musica. So, Esta Noche No Paró, the Mateo song, so yes. And he finally gets his album. And not only him, but toda la banda de roller. Also love Moto Amar. I think that's my favorite from this season. Also love Jam's song, Creyendo en Mi. Also, Yasmin gets another song, Yasmin, because she launches her new channel. And she's also on Bia, which I have started, and I'm liking it, so... But anyway, this song, it's Yasmin. Like, I don't know what to say. It's totally Yasmin, totalmente. So, I'm happy for her. Also love Tiempo de Amor. And can't forget Eric's song. En mi corazón hace whoa whoa. And also, Nico and Ada are in love. So, I cried a lot more in the season 2 finale because Luna es Sol, I was like, oh my god, this is the moment. And then in season 3, I cried a bit, but I feel like it wasn't as intense, Yeah. So, I still can't decide if I like season 2 more or what. I think season 2 is my favorite. And then season 3 or season 1, I can't decide. Now I'm just sad that we didn't get that movie. We are getting Soy Luna, the last concert though. And if we did get a movie, this is what would happen. Gaston comes back, and Gastina is once again a thing. And of course, there'll be Luteo moments and Simbar and whatnot. So and this movie would take place in Hawaii. But anyway, that is the end of this video, so like, subscribe, and make sure you turn on that bell icon so you never miss a new video. So, bye.